Hello there. This is Joe Martin, pastor at First Baptist Church in Toledo. I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you about remembering. I've spent a lot of my time, wasted a lot of my time, maybe you have too, looking for stuff. So, like, getting ready to go someplace and I'm kind of in a hurry, and then I spend 10 minutes looking around for my keys and I end up late. Or I spent a lot of time in my life looking for my wallet. I must confess, there's been a couple times when I was at an airport where I was in a hurry and I didn't pay attention to where I parked. And then I spent a little bit of time. I spent some time trying to figure out where I left my car. Okay, it's true. I actually have done that at Walmart at least once. And in the year, I thought about this, that in there, maybe if I put all the time together, months, maybe a year of time wasted where I was looking for stuff that I forgot. And because of that, I could have been doing other stuff, maybe stuff that was really important, or maybe been in a position to do something that was really helpful. I am told, as I read on this subject, that about these kind of issues, like losing your keys, or you can't find your glasses, or you don't remember where you park your car, it's not because your memory is no good. It's not because your memory is fell apart. This happens to people no matter what age they are. The reason is because we didn't remember in the first place. In my case, if I think back on it, I just wasn't paying attention in the first place. And thus, I just never remembered where I put it, or where I parked it. And so I didn't remember to remember. Of course, now if you're younger, take this piece of advice. Develop some practices, some rituals where that's where I put it. I put it there every time. I park it there every time, or whatever. This is just a reality of the way humans are put together. Forgetting has some inconvenient consequences. It can be wasteful. It can be expensive, and at times it can be dangerous. And usually it's because, in my case, and I think in most people's cases, we're in a hurry. We're rushed, or we're stressed, or we're pressed, and we forgot something. I know there's all these terrible stories you read about this, of a story about, a person who was in such a big hurry, they'd forgotten something at their house, and they had to turn around, and they came back and they jumped out of their car, but they forgot to put it into park because they were in such a hurry, and it rolled backwards down a hill, ended up in a lake, and there was a child in the car seat. And of course, in this case, obviously the person knew exactly what happened and ran down, dove in, and some other people helped him, and they were able to save the little one. But what I'm saying is, this can be dangerous. Forgetting to remember is a serious problem for us, but it can also be a serious spiritual problem. Judges 3:7, and this is kind of a theme in the Old Testament. The sons of Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord, their God, and served Baals and Asheroth. They forgot to remember. And when you do that, you will end up getting easily pulled into evil, and easily pulled into sacrificing to other things, other gods. This Sunday, we will practice remembering. It's a little bit different Sunday, so remember. Maybe you haven't been, in a while. Or maybe you're driving in from a ways if you're watching this. But remember there's no early service this week. There will be the breakfast class, and we'll be talking about why remembering is the antidote to apathy in your relationship with God and others. So there'll be the breakfast class at 9:30, and then we're having a combined service, a Lord's Supper service. And I know that this is not shameless self-promotion, but the staff has put together a little service that's kind of, part of it is about my 45th year here serving. I'm in my 45th year here serving as the pastor in Toledo. And so it'll be that. So it'll be a combined service, but it's really going to be about remembering. We're going to have a shared meal together afterwards, so you can come for that and plan to come for that. We're providing it. And we're going to talk about remembering our shared history. It's important, at every juncture of our life to remember our shared history together. Whenever God's people in the Old Testament would get ready to do something else, God would always remind them of where he brought them from. That's the book of Deuteronomy, the second law. Well, let's talk about what I've said before and what God's done before we do the next thing. We're going to remember our shared priorities again. Sometimes we forget what has really been important and is really important. And then we're going to also talk about remembering to forget. You say, well, that seems weird. Well, sometimes there's some things we need to put behind us. Remembering to forget is also important because when it could be things, you have a lot of guilt or you have a lot of disappointment or other things. Maybe you have some resentments, but you got to remember to forget so that you can make room for new remembering, new memories about our shared life. And then we're going to talk about that too. We're remembering our shared life together in community. So this weekend, remember to remember. Remember to make your church, for those of you that are members of TFBC or those of you that make this your place to gather, remember to make your church gathering a priority. And, I just want to tell you, whenever you're watching this, this is probably, if you're watching this on Friday or Saturday, start now is the best way to make it to church on Sunday, to get there at 9:30 for breakfast and go to a class and have breakfast and be with folks and to be there for the worship service and the meal. And, look, you have time now to adjust your plans and make a call and say, hey, I know that we were going to do this in the morning, but I forgot, and I've got something else I got to do. You don't have to go defend it. Just say, I forgot, and I got to do something else, and let's adjust it. So, the best way to make Sunday a priority is start on Saturday. Start on Saturday with making plans to be there, to get everybody ready, maybe invite a few people to come. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you. And there's some of you I haven't seen yet since I got back from being gone in September, but I'm really looking forward to it. And thank you so much for those of you that are remembering to continue to give. You remember to give your tithe and your gifts. A lot of you do this online because why I do it. Why I do a lot of stuff online is so I don't forget. So anyway, you can do that. You can set that up by going to our website. Just follow the menu on giving. And I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend. God bless you.